Hello friends, it's a very sunny Monday afternoon. I'm walking in a very nice neighborhood in the sun in Vancouver West. I got this request to talk about some business skills such as negotiation. So let's talk about the negotiation. I've been in the profession of purchasing for a decade. And the negotiation is one of the core hard skills for this profession and for almost all the business work. Personally, I think we need to be clear that why we need a negotiation in the world. If you see the nature in the forest, the trees don't negotiate with each other. If you see in the garden, the flowers don't negotiate with each other. They collaborate and nurture each other and help each other to achieve the common beauty and the common prosperity of the forest and of the garden. So why in the human world we would need negotiation? I think there are three factors contributed to the needs. The number one is trying to make the most for ourselves versus others. It's deeply rooted in the mentality of us-them mentality. So there are two sides. One is our side, one is other side. And we want to win most for our side and not for the other side. So in this mentality, the participation of negotiation don't think for the common good, but think for their own good. Of course, negotiation can be win-win. You cannot only think about your own and not worry about other people. But what I'm saying here is that even though you may think about the other people's benefit, but it's not the common good, but it's not the common benefit. You don't see your negotiation party and yourself as one. So that's the first. The second element contributing to the necessity of negotiation is lacking of transparency. So, see, if you know the other person's price and margin and gross profit and know what are the alternatives the other person have, there is no point to negotiate, right? You know where your powers are, so there is no need to test how much you can stretch. So in that case, there is no need to negotiate. The third element contribute to the necessity of negotiation is lacking of trust. So even though you don't have transparency or you don't think about the common good, but if the other person completely trusts you as a reliable person and you will share the information the other person doesn't have, then there is no need for negotiation. So these are the three main factors. As the mentality, lacking of common good, lacking of transparency, and lacking of trust. So in reality, we have any of those three elements is so-called the perfect world doesn't really exist. So saying that negotiation is still necessary, is still required in many occasions, if not all, in our life and business lives. But to keep in mind of the three factors is crucial when we progress to learn about negotiation. Why? After being purchasing profession for over a decade, I have met many professionals. They are fantastic negotiators. And just as any other profession, after a decade, they reached a place of meaninglessness, a sense of career crisis. They reached a sense of, I am not making a difference by just negotiating. I'm just allocating resources back and forth. I'm not adding value to the whole of the society, and so on. And then they burn out. This is I mean, of course, there are many contributing factors to a career crisis, but this is one of the main mid-career crises for people in purchasing or have a focus on negotiation. So I think it's important to know that, to keep that in mind in advance at the early stage of the career, so you don't have to go down that path and fall in that trap, right? So there are similar trap can be in personal finance. For example, people make a lot of money, then they end up realizing they still need a job and they still need to find out a way to make a project and make a meaningful career. Or they find out life is meaningless and it's not like having money is not the answer of their life problems. So that's similar. Why we need to be aware of those is because our goal. Why are we learning negotiation? The goal of learning negotiation or the goal of participating in business transactions activities is not simply to be a master negotiator or to make the most from the deal. If we look at the long term, like what our life purpose is about, the purpose of negotiation is really to contribute to the justice of the business activities and of the economy, and to contribute to the betterment of the world. This is the goal of our career and the goal of our lives. So I think this is crucial. To understand this doesn't save you from the necessity of negotiating, but it helps you to greatly save your time and to wisely choose who you do business with, and so on. And based on that, then we can talk about the method of negotiating and how to prepare negotiate, to do the research is at least 50%, if not more, of the work of negotiation. And we'll actually sit down a negotiation table, and all the nuances after that is less than half of that. So this episode will just talk about this topic of why negotiation is necessary. What are your views? You don't have to agree with me. Like, what are your opinions? You can post it there. And later on, we can proceed to talk about the skill of negotiation itself in more details. Bye.